Hello everybody and welcome to Sheboygan A's Baseball. Alongside Lucas Schulze, I'm Mike Martin. We'll be bringing you the live stream broadcast this afternoon. In Sheboygan's first game, they will be playing the Appleton Legends. This is a WABC tournament. Remember, it's a 7-inning game or a 2-hour time limit. Sheboygan will be playing a second game today. That'll happen about 7 o'clock. On Friday, Sheboygan defeated Sussex in a walk-off when Jimmy Jurgensen hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 7th inning for a 2-0 win. Brad Reinflesch was credited with the win. He went the distance, striking out 8. With the win, Sheboygan is now 22-18. Lucas, why don't you go through the Appleton lineup, and I'll go through the Sheboygan defense.
All right, leading off for the Legends is their center fielder, Luke Kroll. Hitting second is the right fielder, Evan Olson. The 3-hole hitter is Nick Terrell. He's playing shortstop. The cleanup hitter for the Legends, Cooper Brown. He'll be at third base. Then at first base is Chris Vanden Heuvel. Behind the plate is Blake Wallenfang. Hitting seventh, Peyton Just. He's the DH. Cole Dornfield will be in left, hitting 8th, and then rounding out is Anthony Wires will be at second base.
For Sheboygan, Jason Bunton is going to be the starting pitcher. This will be his 5th appearance and 4th start. He's got 2 complete games. He's struck out 34 batters in 25 innings. He's got a 2.16 ERA and a perfect record, Lucas, 3-0.
He was incredible. I don't know if he pitched on the road, but the last time he pitched at home, he was incredible against Addison.
So Bunton will be pitching. Alex Perez is catching. Jimmy's over at first. Alex Ames at second. Jacob Neese at third. A bouncing ball to Jacob. He backhands it. Strong throw across is in time. What a play.
What a way to start off your day at third base. Yeah, if he doesn't get to that, it's down the line, easy double.
Chase Hanselman is at short, and the outfield left to right is Tillman, Walker, and Zackerson. It was nice to see Sean Tillman in the lineup. He's a good one. One hopper to Hanselman at short. And Jimmy has to come off the bag to make the catch, and then he tags Olson out.
Early contact for Bunton, just 2 outs and just 2 pitches.
I did some research because I knew in one of the previous WABC tournaments, Jimmy had hit a home run. And the home run by Jimmy was his second against Sussex, as he hit a home run against them last year in a 4-1 win in the tournament. So they might have to start walking him intentionally.
And that was a killer home run yesterday. Score was 0-0 through 6.5 innings. So far, the Sheboygan's 2-1 against Appleton this year, winning the last 2 meetings 2-1 and 12-0 after dropping the first one 10-4. So looking to continue that streak against them.
And Lucas asked us before the game, this game will not count towards the league standings. It's only a tournament game. I do believe we have Appleton coming up in a week or so. Perez has room and makes a 2-handed catch, and that ends the first inning. 3 up, 3 down. When we come back, it'll be Walker, Hanselman, and Tillman for Sheboygan.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more. Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
Welcome back to Wildwood. Welcome back to Wildwood Park for the bottom of the first inning. Leading off for the A's is Gus Walker, and he leads the team in 10 different categories, including stolen bases and games played.
He's been a gamer. He's always been around. I like those kind of players. Batting average isn't too shabby either, hitting .271. All that ball straight back. Evens the count at 1-1. Chase Hanselman waiting on deck. Sheboygan will play again today. It's a 7 o'clock game against Racine Kiwanis. In our first game today, Appleton beat the Milwaukee Tropics 5-3. They need a win, Appleton does. Well, that ball drops in fair ground, and Gus is going to have a double. It's a long run for the left fielder. He actually overran it.
Yeah, running so hard sometimes, ball. I thought it was going foul originally, too.
Yeah, me too.
The way they were all running towards it, but we'll take a double any day of the week on that one.
With that double, Gus ties 4 of his teammates for lead in double category with 7. Chase Hanselman is next. It's a fly ball out to center field. And you're not going to run on Kroll. Good play by him. That brings up Sean Tillman. Tillman hitting .328.
He's been a real good spark to the Sheboygan offense.
This is Appleton's second game today. They beat the Tropics, like I mentioned. And then in our third game at 4:30, it'll be Racine Kiwanis against that Milwaukee Tropics team. And then Racine will stick around to play the final game against Sheboygan.
So I guess Sheboygan's the only team not playing a back-to-back doubleheader today.
It's amazing how that works when you're the home team or the home field. Sheboygan did win the coin flip to determine the home team. Gus dancing off a second. Pitch looked a little outside, but umpire Steve Walsh liked it. Steve working the plate, and his partner out on the bases is Bill DeGroot. Call strike 3. Same spot as the pitch before it.
If you're getting that outside pitch, why not attack it, if he's not going to offer at it?
That brings up the Northwoods cleanup hitter, Harry Stelt. Harry DHing today. Harry leads the club in a couple of categories. 30 runs batted in, 23 walks. Has an on base of over 400. Right up the middle, does it get through? Yes! Out into center field. Walker is going to go home, and scores on the RBI single by Harry Stout.
Harry's really seeing the ball well over the last 2 weeks, and again proves it there with an RBI single on the first pitch. And you've said before he doesn't like to swing that first pitch up very often.
No, and he did that at least once last night, and I think he may have gotten a hit and increases his RBI lead on the team. Now he has 31, and that brings up Jacob Neese. Thank you to Tim Moyer for getting us the updated stats, 40 game stats. Sheboygan 22 and 18 on the season. A good breaking pitch by Plaster. Ian Plaster, the starter for Appleton. We do not have any stats for their team, so we can't give you too much information in that regard. Jacob with a swing and a miss, and that ends the first, but not before Sheboygan comes up with a run after one complete. Sheboygan 1, Appleton nothing.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Cooper Brown is going to lead it off for Appleton in the second inning. Cooper is playing over at second base. A1 working it up with the fans. First pitch by Jason Bunton is ball. The WABC tournament. Wisconsin Amateur Baseball Classic.
Trying to win it 3 consecutive years.
Line drive foul down the right field side. Brown, the number 4 hitter in Appleton's lineup. He looked like a number 4 hitter on that swing. That ball makes the count 3-1. And Appleton gets our leadoff man on in the second. You broke it when you dropped it.
Yeah.
Jason only had 6 walks coming in 25 innings. Fires that first pitch for a strike. So between innings, Lucas dropped the pitch counter and broke it. Just charge it to the club. Don't tell CJ.
Won't.
That's yours though, right? It doesn't, okay.
I fixed
Don't
it.
tell your dad.
I fixed it.
Is it working now?
Yeah, I don't know. You saw it earlier.
No balls and 2 strikes. Fighting that off is Chris Vandenheuvel, first baseman. Bill likes that last name. It just kind of rolls off your tongue. Tickles as it goes out, right, Bill?
Vandenheuvel.
Vandenheuvel. We don't even have to say Chris V for him because we know that last name. Kaylee Kimball, the intern up here running the music. I got a song over here for you. That's what you should do. Walk up music for the live stream announcers. We could set this up. You know, you press the live stream so we go live and I put on the music, let it play a little bit, and then we introduce the game. Base hit out to right. Nice piece of hitting by Vandenheuvel with 2 strikes. Appleton with a rally.
Bunton, his last couple of starts, really hasn't given up too many base runners, so 2 men on, something he's not really been used to.
Blake Wallenfang is next. Blake is the Appleton catcher. I don't like this, Lucas.
No. I think those leadoff walks can really hurt.
Bouncing ball up the middle. It should be 2. Hanselman steps on the base and throws the first. Good scoop by Jimmy on the other end. And it's a double play.
Well, that really changes the inning. Flips it on its head.
You know, maybe Chase had too much time when he stepped on the base because his throw was not very good.
Good pick by Jimmy, though.
Peyton Just, the DH, is next. You know what they say about a double play?
What?
It's a pitcher's best friend.
Sure is.
Nice breaking pitch from Jason. Got Just swinging and missing.
Could change the whole complexion of an inning.
But what remains on base is that leadoff walk. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Just not able to hold up on his swing, and he goes down, and that ends the second inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today. Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot. Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Here for the bottom of the second inning at Wildwood Park. But before that, we'll get into some of the action that happened yesterday in the WABC. First off, the West Bend Spirits won 8-4 over the Greenville Stars. And then the Hartford Hawks defeated Racine Kiwanis 4-0.
Why don't you go right away to number 7?
And then today on Saturday, there's 7 games happening, 4 of them at Wildwood Park and 3 of them at Kewaskum High School.
Kewaskum High School, I remember seeing some of the memos in the sheet we got about the tournament. No metal spikes and no sunflower seeds.
Yeah, it must be a turf field.
Right. Pop up into short right, but coming over and making the catch was Olson. Jimmy Jurgensen, the hero last night, is up next.
That game looked like it was bound for extra innings, just the way it'd gone.
Jimmy hit a long 2-run homer to our right field. I think it went over either the American Legion sign or the DeFore sign, but it was out of here. He flies one, skies it out to left field, and the center fielder, Krull, comes over and takes it. Probably a good decision. And that brings up Alex Perez.
3 pitches, 2 outs so far to start this bottom of the second.
Alex Perez has seen a lot of action playing in this 32nd game. Average is climbing gently. It's up over 200.
He hit the ball hard 3 times last night, had nothing to show for
right.
it.
He had a fly ball to center. No, pardon me. 2 of them to left, and both of them looked like they were going to drop for hits. And then he had that one to right that, again, just hung up too long. The right fielder able to make the play.
It's tough, you know, trying to bring that average up when you're hitting the ball hard and
Yeah.
all he sees it going down.
That's what was happening to Harry for a while earlier in the year.
If you hit the ball hard for long enough, hopefully they'll start to drop for you.
2 balls and 1 strike on Alex. Alex Ames waiting on deck. Three and 1. Ian Plaster through 2 innings had through 1 inning. What did he have? What's he at now?
He's at 21.
21 pitches, and
He had
Perez
15.
draws a walk.
He had 15, I think.
And you can do courtesy runners. So Jason Sims is going to courtesy run for Alex.
I think he was a courtesy runner yesterday too for the A's. For Harry, maybe?
In that game, they sent in Jason Sims pinch ran, and so did Ethan Scherg. That was for Stelt and Jurgensen. And then they can re-enter. It's like high school that way. Some special rules. See if Sims tries to steal a base. Good pitch by Plaster.
The A's didn't run much on Roran last night. He had a pretty good arm back there, man.
Yes, he did. I think it was 3 players that Sussex lost on the bases. 2 by pickoffs, and then Alex Perez threw a base stealer out at second.
And 2 of them are Wyatt.
Second baseman calling for it and makes the catch. Good play by Wires, and that ends Sheboygan's second inning after 2 complete. Sheboygan on top, 1-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
At Northwoods, we are a family. And like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
Through 2 innings, Jason Bunton has thrown 22 pitches. The one thing that helped them in that second inning was that 6-3 double play. Plaster has thrown 24 through 2, so he's in pretty good shape also.
He walked the first batter and then gave a single, and then 2 runners on, no one out, but double play just killed it.
Cole Dornfeld is hitting for Appleton. Cole playing left field, pops one up down the left field side. It's going to get out of play. Wrong one. One strike pitch coming up is down, evens the count at 1-1. Beautiful day for a ball game. Game time temperature is 81 degrees. It's very sunny. High fly ball out to left. Tillman makes the grab. That's going to bring up Anthony Wires, second baseman.
Not a whole ton of strikeouts going on so far. It's been a lot of flyouts and groundouts. Only 3 between the 2 pitchers.
Actually, that's okay.
Yeah.
Saves on the pitch count and keeps the game moving along. Although in that second inning, when Appleton advanced that runner to third, Jason was able to strike out, get that third out. Strike the batter out. That was just. Wires with an 0-2 count. What did we say, Bill, before? There were 4 teams without a loss?
But West Bend can't play in the semifinal because they got a league game.
Right, so they're eliminated even though they're winning. They won 2 games, I think it was, 2-0. They will not be joining the party tomorrow. Ball is looped into left field. Tillman has to play it on a hop. So Appleton's number 9 hitter is on with a base hit. That takes us back to the top with Luke Kroll.
Yeah, tough for Luke Kroll in his first at bat. Neese robbed him of a
Neese
double.
robbed him of a double for sure. Wind is blowing out towards left field. But I would recommend, if you're planning to come over this afternoon to watch some baseball, sit in the shade.
Yeah. It's a nice day in the shade. Little warm in the sun.
1-1 is the count. We have 1 out. We're in the 3rd inning of a 7-inning ball game, or 2 hours. Ball hit out to Zackerson in right. He runs in and makes the catch. Good play by Brady. In last night's game, Brady had 1 catch, and that was in the 7th inning. So he hasn't been tested a lot in the tournament.
Yeah.
Evan Olson, right fielder. Evan grounded to short. Big breaking ball by Bunton is in for a strike 1.
Beautiful pitch right on the outside corner.
Right up the middle. And a flip to second, and Sheboygan is out of the third, or Appleton is out of the third inning. Sheboygan will be coming up.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Gus Walker going to lead off the third inning. He doubled and scored. Sheboygan's only run back in the first. Pops that one up in the foul ground. And it's out of play. Brown lost it. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if it stayed in play. Manager Tim Moyer is coaching at third. Peyton Anderson, one of the outfielders, is coaching first. Makes me wonder that maybe Riley Palmquist isn't here today.
Yeah.
Ball's bounce foul. 0-2 on Gus.
Yeah, we were talking the break. He had that double. It's kind of a...
Yeah, left fielder got there. Matter of fact, overran it, and then it happened to hit the ground on the fair side of the line. Pitch very close, but Gus with a good eye.
Tough one to take with 2 strikes.
Gus fouling that one off. I don't think Eric Hasenstein's in the house. We'd have heard him by now if he was. Ozzy, a regular. Scott Varicki and Ron Nitis are here today. Ron is one of the friars on Sunday.
Really?
Yeah. He likes to stop up here after he's done frying and smell up the press box.
Sure, he gets a lot of customers on those Meyer family days.
One hopper right back to Plaster, and he makes the play. Chase Hanselman is up next. He flew out to center. Between games, the umpire stopped up in the press box to cool off. And I think I mentioned this the other night. Steve Walsh is a Manitowoc guy, played sports for Lincoln High, baseball and football.
Multi-sport athlete.
Played for Sheboygan A's legend Gene Mand. Gene, a longtime coach at Lincoln High School. Bouncing ball to third. A nice throw across for the out. Gino's now living in the Villages most of the time in Florida. Every once in a while he'll come back to Wisconsin.
likes the sun. They like the sun and warm weather.
Apparently, they stay down there a lot. I would not like the alligators or big snakes.
Yeah.
Tillman's first at bat. He was called out on strikes. Took 2 pitches that looked to be outside, but umpire Walsh liked them. He wasn't going to let that outside pitch go by that time.
I was going to say he's attacking there again on Tillman.
Scott Stengel, former Sheboygan A's president, is here.
What?
Whoops. Well, there's a first for this year, Lucas.
Yeah. How do you even do that?
Now, if there would have been a man on base, I think that would have been called a balk.
I would think so, yeah.
Can we have a new ball, please? One without the Vaseline?
I mean, did it? I really don't even think it could have slipped out of his hand because it didn't it went sideways.
Yeah, who knows? We don't have instant replay, do we?
No.
2 balls and 1 strike. Tillman right up the middle. Base hit. For Sheboygan, that's their 3rd hit of the game.
Tillman's not the fastest guy on the team, but you'd wonder if he'd try to steal a base, get in scoring position with Harry up.
It's interesting question. When you look at our stat sheet, Tillman has got 3 stolen bases, but he's been thrown out twice. You know what we need over here is a ruler. That's what you do when you get old and you can't see. Haley, what are you looking over here for? Mind your own business. Kaylee. What's your main duties here, Kaylee? Well, she doesn't even know. Okay. Whatever her job is, she does well. Harry takes that pitch outside for a ball. Say that again. Hey, Kaylee, are you having a lot of fun this year? You coming back next year? And you're from New York? Well, that'd be a long way to commute. Come to every game. I actually have, there's a ball hit foul, but hard. I have Kaylee's information on a sheet in my folder, but I'm too lazy to pull it out. Tillman on the move, but Harry draws a walk. So with 2 outs, Jacob Neese with a chance to get a clutch hit.
DeGroot, or is it Walsh back there?
Yes.
He wasn't given that outside pitch on that one that he gave to Tillman. Maybe
Jacob had, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Maybe a little further outside, but similar.
Jacob with 20 runs batted in on the season puts him in 3rd place. Chase Hanselman has 21 RBIs, and of course Harry now with 31 with his RBI in the 1st. See if Jacob can come through. Hits the ball hard, but right out to the center fielder, Krull, and he makes the catch. And that ends the 3rd inning for Sheboygan. After 3 complete, the Sheboygan A's are still ahead 1-0.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. Thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Just talking to Kaylee Kimball about her schooling. She's going to enter her junior year at Lakeland College, but expects to graduate early. She was really smart in high school and was able to get a lot of her credits from high school to transfer over to Lakeland College. Save a little money that way too. We're entering the top of the fourth inning. It'll be Nick Terrell. He fouled out to Alex Perez, who made a fine catch behind home plate. Jason Bunton through 3 innings has had 34 pitches, now 35. His pitches per inning are interesting. Only threw 7 in the first. Had a high pitch count of 15 in the second, which really isn't that bad.
That double play really saved it.
Ball is hit hard down the left field line. It's going to be a stand-up double for Terrell. That brings up Cooper Brown.
A little bit more traffic on the base pass than yesterday, but still no runs allowed.
One of the things that I was tracking in that game last night against the Cardinals is frequently they put the leadoff man on probably in 4 of the 7 innings, or maybe even 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 of them. 4 of the 7 innings. And for Appleton, they've done it now 2 out of the 4. Ball is in center field. Gus is not going to get him. Give Bunton an error, letting the runner advance. Oh, we could use some strikeouts.
Yeah. Be tough for Bunton to get out of this one, no runs. 0-1.
I think if you make a move to pick a guy off at second or third, you do not have to throw the ball.
No, step off.
Count is 1-1. Cooper Brown is up. Brown hits that one to right. Zackerson calling and makes the catch. And what in the world happened there?
Ball kind of slipped out of his hand.
Had it lined up, ready to throw home. He made a fine catch and got his body in great position to make the throw, and then he just slipped out of his hand.
It was really smart play. You know, you don't want second baseman Ames to catch it because he's going to have to change his momentum to make that throw. You got Zackerson running towards home, so obviously you'd want him making that throw, but it slipped out of his hand.
Give Brown a sacrifice fly, since we're not sure if he'd have been thrown out at the plate.
Would have been close, I think.
Hey, Bill, did he start to run after the throw got away? Yeah, the runner on third, he scored, obviously, but did he take off when Zackerson made the catch, or did he wait until he made the bad throw?
He took off.
Okay, so ball is hit out into center. Walker not going to get that one. Goes all the way to the Kunis RV sign out in center field, and in at second with a double is Heuvel.
Second time through the order has really been Erden bunting so far. Two
So
doubles.
Kaylee, what do you think? Should it be an earned run or not? Like, does he score on a error? Because if he stopped and then saw that the ball was thrown away and then he runs home, then it's an error.
I think you'd give him a sac fly.
Lucas says sacrifice fly. What do you say, Bill? Oh. Okay. We'll stick with the sacrifice fly. And then I'll go home and watch it on replay and make a change on my sheet at home. Which no one will care about. Bill says, do what you got to do. Another ball hit out in the center field. Walker is going to get there this time. They seem to be hitting Jason Bunton pretty hard this fourth inning. Peyton Just is next.
A lot of balls in the air. All four of them that he's faced has been in the air.
Actually, that run probably would not be earned because he advanced to third on the air. And this is the part that I don't know, Lucas. So the guy gets to third and scores on that fly ball, which then I don't think it's an earned run. But the next guy hit a double. Does that make the run earned?
That's one of the things I don't understand either. I don't get how they do it.
Right, yeah.
A lot of technicalities with those earned runs.
We try to get it right up here. And it gives us something to talk about. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. Bunton trying to work out of the jam here in the fourth and only allow 1 run. That pitch was a little bit high. Just.
Yeah, it looked like he.
I thought if you'd have been called out on strikes, I don't think he would have argued.
No, I thought he was gonna throw the bat, but he did. When it was a ball, he's kind of spun in his hand.
It looked to me like when that pitch came in and he stepped out of the box, he went, whew. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Van den Heuvel on at second. That evens the count at 2-2. When Sheboygan comes up in the bottom of the fourth, it'll be Zackerson, Jurgensen, and Perez. Call, strike 3. Caught the inside corner, and that ends the Appleton fourth, but not before they score a run and tie the game up at 1-1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Brady Zackerson leading it off. Brady flew out to right his first time up. So what did you find out, Bill, about that? Okay. So that run is going to be unearned. I think it was the Addison series, and Rindfleisch was pitching the last game, and we hadn't given up a run in the first three.
Yeah.
So Brad was feeling the pressure to pitch a shutout, and he wound up committing an error, and that allowed the only run of the series to score, and it was unearned.
Very similar situation, you know, you try to throw it to second on a step off. Or was it a double play? I can't remember now.
A 4-pitch walk to Zackerson, and Sheboygan has their leadoff man on. And that's going to bring up Jimmy. Jimmy flew out to center. And we mentioned in yesterday's game, Jimmy was 2 for 3, but the big hit was in the 7th inning, that 2-run homer to win it 2-0. Plaster having trouble finding the strike zone this inning.
5 in a row.
Well, the question is, Lucas, since he's having trouble throwing strikes, do you take a pitch?
Yep. I'm not swinging until he throws a strike.
Oh. Eric is in the house.
Maybe he got here a little late.
One and one is the count. Zackerson on at first. Good eye by Jimmy taking that pitch. Breaking ball went low and inside. Alex Perez waiting on deck. Bouncing ball through the infield into right field. Zackerson rounds second, but pulls up. And that'll bring up Alex Perez. Sheboygan with runners on first and second and nobody out.
It's a very similar start to the second inning for Bunton, you know. It was a walk, and then it was a single right through the 3 and 4 hole. So hopefully a double play doesn't come then.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was wondering if you're going to say something about it. Plaster comes set and delivers. Alex with a line drive base hit to right. Zackerson is going to come home and he will score. Good base hit by Alex to drive in a run, and Sheboygan has the lead 2-1.
There's that hard contact getting down for Alex. It was very similar to the ones he's had yesterday, but they dropped instead of going right into the glove of the outfielder.
Sheboygan still has runners on first and second with nobody out. And manager coming out, Chris Hittner. Yep, there it is. We had mentioned earlier that Sheboygan will play again today. It's a 7 p.m. game against the Racine Kiwanis team. Brad Rindfleisch is going to trot over to the first base coach's box. Peyton Anderson went into the dugout. I wonder if they're going to bring him back out to run for Alex Perez.
Yeah, sure enough.
Well, he's coming in for Jimmy.
Yeah, probably want to have that lead runner. Well, Sims already came in for Perez, Marty.
Pardon me?
Sims is already in for Perez.
Okay.
Second pinch run opportunity for Sims already today.
Plaster's first pitch is outside. So Anderson running for Jimmy Jurgensen is on second base. Jason Sims running for Alex Perez is on first.
This is an inning for the A's where they have to put away this Appleton team. You know, if they get one back, they feel like they're right back in the game. Then Sheboygan could put 3 or 4 up this inning.
Yeah, exactly. Getting more than a 1-run lead for sure. Count is 1-1 at the last pitch. Didn't look like a strike, but it was called a strike. Pitch in the dirt. Good stop by Wallenberg.
Placer's really struggling throwing strikes this inning. 4-pitch walk to start the inning. And then he's giving up back-to-back singles.
The catcher's name is Wallen Fang. Not able to check the swing, Alex was. And evens the count at 2-2. Gus Walker waiting on deck. Pitch outside. We had talked about Alex earlier, and he doesn't have a very high batting average, but his on base is .450, which is outstanding. He gets on base, and recently he's been getting base hits too. Pitch in the dirt. Makes the count. Oh, that is ball 4.
The way Ames was walking, it looked like he was ready for another pitch.
I looked up at the scoreboard. It said 3-2 because Bill is usually pretty quick about, recording balls and strikes. But good for us, bad for them. Bases loaded, and we're at the top of the order again. Gus doubled in the first and grounded to the pitcher in the third.
A ground out to the pitcher here would probably be one of the worst case scenarios.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3 double play. Anderson on at third. Throw over. Jason Sims running for Alex Perez is at second, and Ames is on at first. So 3 runners, the 3 runners that are on base all have very good speed. Good eye by Gus. Ball 1. Ian Plaster running into a little bit of difficulty. He's walked 4 in the game so far. Gus with a healthy swing and a miss. Allowed 5 hits. Does have 2 strikeouts, but both of those came in the first inning. 1-1 pitch coming up.
Both those walks previous were in separate innings, and he's walked 2 this inning, and he's already got hitters count on the Gus.
Pitch count is rising. 59, here comes 60. Oh, Gus with a swing and a miss on a bad pitch. Gus would like to have that one back. As far as Plaster goes, that was actually a pretty nice pitch. And he got some help from Walker.
He can do a lot of things with this pitch. Gus is probably going to be trying to protect on 2 strikes.
A fly ball out to right. Catch is made, and Anderson wisely stays at third. That was not very deep. And now with 1 out, Chase Hanselman is up.
I know it's tough to take that breaking ball from Plaster, but if Gus took that to make it 3-1, it's a whole world of trouble for Plaster.
Hanselman coming into the game was tied for the team lead in doubles with 7. Double here would be huge.
Especially with Ames on first, could very easily be a bases clearing double.
Plaster came in with a good pitch to hit, but Chase could only foul it back. Tillman waiting on deck. Good pitch. Breaking ball off the outside corner, and then it broke some more, and Hanselman couldn't resist. No balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball to short, hit hard. Throw home is off the mark. And 1 run scores. And he's out at the plate. He looked like he was safe, but they called him out. Anderson scores. Sims was thrown out at the plate. And, well, he looked like he might have got in, but apparently not. Chase Hanselman hit the ball hard, but
you have to go home there, probably not turning a double play with Hanselman's speed and the way the offense has been so far for Appleton. You don't want to allow any more runs to score.
So give the shortstop an error, allowing Anderson to score. It looked to me like the catcher could have probably caught it if he stepped off home plate, but he was trying to stretch and throw just a little bit wide.
I think even with that stretch, he was off the plate.
That's what I mean. You know, he's trying to hold it with his foot, and you know, cause his arm to get shorter. No Inspector Gadget. Up the middle, base hit out into center field. This will score maybe 2. Now it will. So what happened there, Tillman singled right up the middle. He's going to get 2 RBIs. And then the center fielder missed it and was hobbling going after it. His teammate, the left fielder, had to come over and get it. So give Krull, the center fielder, an error, allowing Tillman to advance to second. And that's just what we needed, right, Lucas?
Yep. Put him away. I mean, obviously it's not over yet, but, you know, for Appleton, you got to feel like you're in a really bad spot after just tying the game up.
4 runs so far in the inning. Got a break in the action. Krull is down in center field. Hopefully he'll be okay. Yeah, you can see him out there. Good job, Lucas. Oh, he's that does not look good. Some of his teammates gathering on the mound. A group of players out in the outfield. And why don't you take us to a break, Lucas? One of those 1-minute ones or so.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver.
Number 2 is Owen Gerhardt. Owen Gerhardt is coming in for the center fielder, Luke Kroll. It looked like when he reached down, it bounced off his glove, and then when he tried to turn to get it, that's when the injury occurred. I'm not sure, Bill, if he went to center field.
Number 2, Bill.
Sorry to see that. We never want to see anybody get hurt, obviously, in these games. It's unfortunate for Luke. He's a very valuable player for the Legends, too, being their leadoff hitter. Got good speed. Harry's up. Chance to score another run. A 2-out single would score Tillman. Ian Plaster. The walks have hurt him. He walked 2 in this inning so far, and they've both scored.
Looking really good for those first 3 innings. You know, not much traffic beside the 1 run that scored on overrun double.
Yeah, right.
But this 4th has really hurt him.
Oh, that one hit the umpire. Stayed right at home plate. Otherwise, Tillman would have advanced to third. Now they're going to intentionally walk Harry. Probably a good move. And that brings up Jacob Neese. Neese has had a tough tournament so far. He's 0 for 5. Good pitch by Plaster right on the outside corner.
That bats haven't really been that great either. A lot of swing and miss.
Tillman with good speed is out at second. That pitch in the dirt gets away far enough for both runners to advance.
Neese, he's coming off a really hot stretch that went through last week. Hopefully he can regain that.
I was thinking on that pitch that went in the dirt as he's delivering, you know, the worst thing that could happen for Harry is Neese hits a double.
Yeah.
Then he might have to run all the way around the bases.
Bunting across, his last start didn't really get a lot of run support till the very last inning, which was the bottom of the 8th, and he hadn't really got much this start either until now.
Right now the score is 5-1. Jacob could make it 7. That strike evens the count at 2-2. There's 2 outs, and Sheboygan has 2 runners on. A pitch just a little bit too far outside. 3-2. Ball in the dirt, and another walk. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 walks in the inning. One of those an intentional walk.
Gotta think the end is near for Plaster.
I would agree. Brady led off the inning. He walked and came around and scored. Now he's coming to bat again. Plaster's first pitch is in there for a strike. The other thing we talked about, Lucas, frequently is when you're playing these 7-inning games, it's important to get the lead because you don't have, as the team that's behind you, don't have so much time to catch up.
And these,
Two less innings.
They got that run in the first inning, but one's not going to hold up. So these 4 runs and hopefully more have really blown it out of proportion.
Ball fouled straight back. Brady sitting there with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Pitch coming up. Plaster hangs a curveball and it drops in for a single. Station to station baseball. Sheboygan scores 1 more run. And how long does the manager stick with them?
Assuming his thinking is he doesn't want to bring a new pitcher in this inning. Just hoping he can get out of it.
Jimmy singled and scored in this inning. He's 1 for 2. It's now 6-1. Jimmy takes that pitch low, 2-0. Five runs so far in the inning. Looking to add on to that. And ball 3. Walks will kill you, Lucas.
Plaster is spiraling out of control in this 4th inning.
And ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Jimmy. And another run is in for Sheboygan.
And a lot of this damage coming with 2 outs.
You are right, sir. Three runs have scored with 2 outs, and we will have a change. 31, or is that 38? Number 38, Austin Wendt, coming in.
He had the save in their previous game against Milwaukee.
Plaster had a tough outing. The walks really hurt. Now let's see if we can figure out some totals for Plaster. You went 3 2/3 innings.
7 hits.
7 hits. Walks and strikeouts. I'll do the strikeouts. He had 2.
7 walks.
Ouch. Six runs in the inning, plus the 1 in the first makes it 7-1. Not all those runs are going to be earned, and Plaster is responsible for the 3 runners on base. So, but I think anything that would score now would not be earned. The run that Anderson scored was on an error, so that's not an earned run. Zacharson's run is earned. So is Ames. And so is Hanselman. Alex Perez up. Alex is 1 for 1 and an RBI single in this inning, and he walked back in the second. Slow roller to short. Throw across is in time, and that ends the inning for Sheboygan, but not before. They put 6 runs on the board and now lead 7-1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Cole Dornfeld is going to lead off the 5th inning for Appleton. And following that will be Anthony Wires, and then back to the top of the order, Owen Gerhardt.
Much different game than when we came back for the top of the 4th.
Sheboygan scoring 6 runs in the 4th inning. They got a lot of help along the way in the form of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks. Jason Bunton still on the mound. He's thrown 50 pitches so far. First pitch just a bit outside. Following our game at 4:30, Racine Kiwanis will play the Milwaukee Tropics. And then at 7 o'clock, Racine Kiwanis will play our own Sheboyganese. It's another little interesting tidbit regarding the umpires, Lucas. They're doing all 4 games.
Yeah. Especially in this weather, you know, with all the gear on. Not easy.
Another strikeout for Jason Bunton. His 3rd of the game. Given the way that 4th inning played out, the big difference is Jason has only walked 1. Where Plaster walked 7.
Yeah.
You know, we saw the relief pitcher, Austin Wendt, throw that first pitch. We're thinking, oh my, he's really slow. But sometimes when you have a slow guy pitching after a pretty fast guy, it's hard to adjust as a batter.
Throws off that timing. Like I said before, got the save in the last game against Racine.
Slow roller to Jimmy. And Bunton not getting over forced Jimmy to take it to the bag himself, which he should have done anyway, but We got the out, that's the main thing. Owen Gerhardt making his first appearance at the bat. Popped up on the infield, and Ames makes the catch, and that ends the 5th inning for Appleton.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
At Northwoods, we are a family. And like your family, our main concern is safety. As a leader in the cleaning and sanitation industry, we're doing our utmost to support and supply essential cleaning, sanitizing, and maintenance products to your family and business. And we're introducing new products, like our Cool Water Personal Hand Sanitizer with essential oils. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected by COVID-19. At Northwoods, we're protecting you through this pandemic and the next.
Our trivia question for today is, Bill is listening, from what movie is the last line, "From here on in, I rag nobody"? One more time, from what movie is the last line, "From here on in, I rag nobody"? Once I give you the answer, it'll make sense. Alex Ames leading off the 5th inning for Sheboygan.
Did you stump Bill, Marty? You think
Hey,
you got him?
couple more runs, and we could end this puppy.
Yeah.
Well, more than a couple, but
They get 4 runs, the game would end here. If they get 2 runs, they could end it in the top of the 6th.
so the run rule after 5 is 10, but after 6 it's
8.
1-1 is the count to Alex. Alex 0 for 1 with a walk.
Like many other A's today.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So, like I was saying about the umpires, they're doing all 4 games. So I asked Steve when he was up here, how come you don't take the equipment off, and switch? He says, well, why should I take my equipment off and then have to put on wet equipment for the 3rd game? I felt it was better to just do 2 in a row and then switch. Ames reaches on an error by the 3rd baseman, Brown. And that brings up Gus Walker. One, two, 3rd error on them, Bill. That's what I have. Breaking ball hangs up high and inside.
Wentes, some serious break on that breaking. Oh my goodness.
Not a big guy, but well, we got a balk called. Not sure what he did. I think that would count as a no pitch.
Yep. Dead ball.
Maybe what happened is he didn't come set. I mean, I'm not sure.
That's
I'm just
normally what it is.
guessing. You have to pause for a little bit before you go into your pitching. Right there, you got to pause. Good stop by the catcher.
Yeah, dead ball for the balk.
Gus with a good swing, but fouled it right into the mitt of the catcher. Just off the outside corner makes it 2-1. And pitch in the dirt. You know, keeping Appleton from scoring any runs is important in that tie-breaking scenario, because it one of the first things that they go to if it doesn't revert to runs is, pardon me, wins and losses, is runs given up.
Yeah, and right now Sheboygan's only given up 1 run in almost 12 innings, so that's that per inning pitched, so that's also really important.
Hartford Hawks have 2 wins in the tournament and have not allowed a run, so they're looking pretty good. And Kewaskum A's have 1 win, and they've only allowed 1 run. They have a couple of games today. Gus with a walk puts Sheboygan runners on first and second and nobody out. Chase Hanselman up. Why don't we do this, Lucas? When Sean Tillman comes to bat, we'll give the answer.
Okay. This game also really helps Sheboygan if they can hold the score with the run differential part of it, which is the next tiebreaker, being up 6.
So the run scored is like the third tiebreaker thing? Okay. Line drive down the left field side. Foul. No balls and 2 strikes on Chase. Or is it 1 strike? Good speed on at second base. Ball hit down the right field side is foul. Hanselman using the whole field. Or I should say the foul territory on both sides. This will be Appleton's last game of the tournament. Ball is thrown in the dirt by Wendt, and that allows Ames to come around and score. He should have gone with his first inclination.
I know you want to get the lead runner and all, but you know he had it really easy out at second base.
Walker ends up at third on the play, and Hanselman finishes up, or advances, I should say, to second base. Okay, stay tuned. We're going to let Sean Tillman bat, and then we'll give you the answer to our trivia question. And it wouldn't have been so bad for Wendt if he'd have made a good throw. He could have got him out.
Yeah. Even with all the late decision to go to third, he still had a chance to get him.
Right, exactly.
Like you're saying.
Tillman hits one down the right field side, but out of play.
if the A's get that one more run, you know, they could put the Appleton away in the top of the sixth with the run.
Right, if they don't get the 10-run threshold this at bat, or this inning. 1-1 is the count to Sean Tillman. Sean is 2 for 3. Has a couple of RBIs and a run scored. He came into action today hitting .328, I believe it was. He's going to build on that. Here we go. Ball is hit up in the air to deep left field. Way back there. And out of here.
Game. It's game. Game over.
Ball game. 3-run homer. Give that answer real quick. That was a Sheboygan gunner by Sean Tillman.
I didn't think that ball had a chance again now.
If you look at the flag, the wind is blowing out to left. It gave the left fielder a chance to get right back to the wall and reach up, but it was just over his glove for a 3-run walk-off home run again by Sheboygan. And that trivia question right here.
The answer, well, first of all, the question again, from what movie is the last line, from here on in Iraq Nobody? The answer is Bang the Drum Slowly.
All righty. That's going to do it. Sheboygan wins it in walk-off fashion with 4 runs in the 5th. We will be back for the 7 o'clock game when Sheboygan will play the Kiwanis, Racine Kiwanis in a 7 o'clock game. We look forward to bringing that to you. It'll be Lucas and I again for that game. But until then, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you at 7.